It's Monday, let's do bench. So in this video we're going to be going through the bench press, the barbell bench press. So it's just making sure with all of our compound movements, all across the board, with all of our exercises in general, that our setup and our approach to the exercise is exactly the same. That will ensure that we've got consistency throughout our exercises and throughout our sessions, and it will make sure that when we perform each exercise, we're accurate. So a few key things when I'm lying back. I'm making sure that my eyes are in line with the bar. That'll make sure that I'm not too close to the J-hooks or to the rack when I go to do my reps. From here, just to make sure that I've got a good angle of my wrist and my hand and my grip, I'm going to create a diamond shape on the bar. From here, I'm then going to slide my hands out until my thumbs are at the edge of the knurling. The knurling is just the rough part of the bar. From there, that's a general rule of thumb. You can go wider or closer depending on the context or comfortability. You're then going to wrap your thumbs round, your hands round. You're going to bend that bar, creating pressure. From here, I'm going to make sure that I'm applying pressure through the feet. Now, as I said, it's key that you keep pressure through the floor, so that you've got enough pressure to push through your upper body. It's all too common that when you struggle or when the weight gets really hard at the bottom, you go to flail your legs around or use the rest of your body to try and help yourself up. So just really make sure that when it is tough, when it does get difficult, to really push through the floor as much as possible. A really good option if you find that you can't push through the feet depending on your height or depending on the height of the bench is to add some form of elevation. So if you've got some extra plates lying about, pop them down and that will make sure that you can push through the floor with enough pressure. From there, we're going to come down controlled, touch the sternum and push up nice and powerfully. Now you can see, because I've got my wrists in a good position, I've got my elbows in a good position, my joints are stacked above each other. That will make sure that I'm not fighting against gravity in the way or out the way, which creates a lot of pressure in the shoulders or the wrists and just makes your reps inefficient. Now, with all of our compound movements, or all of our movements in general, we want to make sure that we're controlling the descent or the way down. Think about a car going from a rapid speed to an emergency stop, and then to accelerate again. It's a lot more jerky. It's very sudden, and it can cause some damage to the car. However, if you're at a fast pace and then you go to a gradual slowdown and then an acceleration again, that gradual slowdown helps with that acceleration. It's not as jerky, it's more controlled, and the change of speed is easier to manage. So I think about that exactly the same when I'm looking at my compounds. I want to make sure on the way down I'm controlling it so that I'm not just letting gravity do the work and then having to stop that momentum and then go again. I'm making sure that I'm controlling that descent and then going from there. And that will help with our strength reps, with our exercise in general, just controlling each rep and making sure that you're getting the most out of each rep. So hopefully that helped, and hopefully you have a better bench press after watching this video. Take care.